Hey everyone, this video is about reverse coding and how much I hate it. So there is a partial misconception in survey design work and measure design work that wording some items in a positive manner and some items in a negative manner makes your scale and your finding more reliable because you're making the participants think about the answer. That if they're positive over here, they should be negative over here. If they're being consistent, and then you take all of your negative items, and you reverse code them so that they're now all in the same direction. The problem is what we see when we get into factor analysis and really trying to understand the constructs behind things is that we see sometimes the positive and negative worded items actually are picking up some of the variance, and just the item wording can actually be explaining more variance than the intended content factors that you were expecting. So here's two examples of when I've seen this. This does not always happen. This is not a standard, but it is something that you need to look out for. So here we have two factors, acceptance and affect, and these factors should have grouped separately. So all of the acceptance items should have grouped together, all of the affect items should have grouped together. But instead what we're seeing is all of the reverse coded items, indicated with the R, those are all grouping together, and all the positively worded items, those are all grouping together. So not even within acceptance we're seeing positive and negative. It's not like it's four different factors. Across content factors, construct factors that are intended, we're seeing this happen. Here's a different scale and we see the same thing. So here we have two items that were problems, that they didn't load as intended, they were less reliable, and so we had to remove them. So two items of the winning factor were not reverse coded, the only two that were not reverse coded. All other items were reverse coded. So the reverse coded items are grouping together instead of the winning. We see the same thing with the EC factor. So here, these were not reverse coded, the other items were reverse coded. The same here. So this Playboy factor, this item was reverse coded. It's standing out as a problem. It's the only item in that factor that was reverse coded. Everything else was positively worded. And we can keep going down. So we're not seeing things. So here, items were grouping okay, but the problem items were the ones that were reverse coded or not reverse coded compared to the others. So if you have the option and you have designed the survey and measure, try to avoid this because it tends to not work out as nicely as you think it should.